Before you begin the bridge of purification, it is very important that you remember Allah every day by saying La ilaha illallah. In Arabic, we call this the zikr of Allah. By doing this, you will get spiritual energy and strength to travel on this journey. Without the zikr of Allah, you will find it very hard to travel on the journey and reach Allah. It is like a person in a computer game who picks up a magic potion from the floor to give him energy when it gets less. Or like when your dad puts petrol in the car when it gets low on fuel. However, the main purpose of the zikr is to clean you from all the evil desires that are inside you.
Before you begin the remembrance of Allah, you need to make a connection with Allah the Most High. Otherwise, the benefit from the zikr will be less, just like the telephone wire that is not plugged in into the socket, or when there is no network for your mobile. It is not possible to talk with anyone, even though you may have the best mobile or you speak in a very loud voice. In order to make a connection with Allah, before remembering Allah, you should try to bring the following 3 keys in your heart and mind and to keep these throughout the zikr. Number 1, Allah is watching me. Number 2, Allah is with me. Number 3, Allah is listening to my zikr.
Before beginning the remembrance of Allah, you should recite the following words while keeping the meaning in mind. Number 1, Bismillah once, which means in the name of Allah. Number 2, Astaghfirullah 3 times, which means, O Allah, I ask forgiveness from you. Number 3, Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin 3 times, which means, O Allah, send your peace and blessings upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and upon his family. Number 4, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah 3 times, which means there is no might nor power except in Allah.
Inshallah, now we will be showing you the correct way of doing the zikr, La ilaha illallah. Firstly, you should start off by thinking that all the evil desires, evil thoughts and bad qualities come from the stomach. You should clean yourself from the darkness and rust which has made you dirty because of the bad deeds you have done.
Whilst reading the law, you should first look towards your stomach. You should think that the place of the nafs is at the stomach and all the evil desires come from it. You should then pull your head upwards until it becomes level and think that you are pulling upwards all the darkness and dirt from the sins that are in the stomach.
Next you say Ilaha, which means true God, worthy of worship. When you say this word, you should imagine in the mind as though you are saying, all the things that make me forgetful of Allah are not God's, so why should I follow them and listen to them? With this thought, you should imagine that you have taken them out of your mind and that you are giving up all of these desires for Allah. After that, you should imagine and think that my God is Allah, the one who has power to give me all things. I will only worship Him and listen to what He wants me to do. You should think this with your heart and mind.
Next you say Illallah, which means except Allah. When you say this, you should point your head in the direction of the heart, imagining that above you is the name of Allah. When you say Illallah, the feeling that Allah is with you, watching you and hearing you should become stronger and stronger, and you should imagine the light of the name of Allah is making your heart shine. You should also think and imagine that in my heart there is no true God except Allah. This will complete one cycle. After that, you should carry on by going back to your stomach as you first started and repeating the process. Continue like this until you complete 10 minutes. Towards the end, ask forgiveness from Allah, the Most High, as you have not been able to remember him as he deserved to be remembered, and pray that he benefits you from the zikr of Allah.
There is another great way to help you get to the palace of the pleasure of Allah. You should fix a time every day in which you talk to Allah from the heart and mind. In Arabic, this is known as doing muraqabah. Before beginning the muraqabah, make the connection with Allah as was mentioned previously, and again you should recite the following words while keeping their meaning in mind. Number 1, Bismillah once. Number 2, Astaghfirullah 3 times. Number 3, Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin 3 times. Number 4, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah 3 times.
Now look at the name of Allah for about 20 seconds. Then close your eyes and try to see the name of Allah with the power of your imagination. Open your eyes after 30 seconds again and look at the blessed name of Allah. Do this 3 times. If you do see the name of Allah, the High, when your eyes are closed, then try to make the connection stronger by feeling that He is close to you. If you do not see the name of Allah, then don't worry about it.
Now keep your eyes closed and start the muraqabah for 10 minutes. Firstly, you should try to imagine that from the name of Allah, a bright light is coming and shining onto your heart and cleaning the darkness that has come onto it due to the bad things you have done. You should also pray to Allah from the heart, mentioning your worries, difficulties or needs. You can even say to Him how much you love Him as well. The main purpose of this exercise is to build a strong and close connection and relationship with your Lord. For example, you can say to Allah in your heart, "Oh Allah, you can do everything, so please help me pass my exam." Or, "Oh Allah, I am so sick, please make me better." Or even still, "Oh Allah, help me to follow your beloved messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam so that I can enter heaven." So you should think about Allah, that He is with you, and you should talk to Him from your heart whilst the tongue remains silent.
Well done for learning how to do the zikr of Allah and muraqabah. Inshallah, make sure you practice plenty and show your teacher or parents to make sure you are doing it properly. In the next video, we will be continuing our magical journey to the peaceful palace of the pleasure of Allah. Make sure you stay tuned. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.